Hi there, this is the reversed Sveshnikov theme trap in the three knights variation of the English, and it follows the course of the game Pinter against Arkhipov 1983. White played knight f3. After knight f6 we enter into the symmetrical English with c4 and c5. When white plays knight c3, black has many good moves at his disposal, but perhaps the most forcing line is the move d5. That's been played by Kasparov and Carlsen, so it cannot be all that bad. After c takes on d5 and knight takes on d5, white can continue positionally with moves such as g3, but another forcing line here, more pressing, is the move e4, which has been played by Kasparov with the white pieces. Well, black will usually jump to b4 here, because white's created a weakness on d3, which is similar to the Sveshnikov variation of the Sicilian, but with the colours reversed. Well, white, instead of closing off that weakness by playing the move d3, can play the line again favoured by Kasparov, bishop to c4. And after now the knight jumps into d3, forcing the king to move, and now white doesn't have any casting rights, but king e2 targets the knight. The knight will jump back now to f4, hitting the king again, which finds safety on the f1 square. So this is a common position, all very theoretical. If black were to play now bishop e6, hoping to trade white's dangerous bishop, then the bishop would probably slide over to b5 check. So the most common move here is the knight withdrawing immediately to e6, because it was going to be targeted after white moves the d pawn forward, either d3 or d4, the bishop would be targeting the knight. So the knight's jumped back to e6, and the most energetic move again for white is knight e5. Well, after knight e5 it's still more or less equal, and black should continue with a move like queen d6, hitting the knight on e5, or playing a move like g6. I believe Timon played that. And black's got fine chances here. If instead the knight wants to challenge its counterparts by playing knight d7, well, here white is going to be winning after this fine sacrificial line. It's probably about mate in 20 after knight takes on f7, queen and rook being hit, so king takes, and now bishop takes on e6, the immediate capture. King takes e6, queen b3, the king is being hit, it has to move. If the king were to move now to d6, then d4 is coming, and black's going to bring the bishop into the game as well. Sorry, white's going to be bringing the bishop into the game. So the king's going to move over to f6, but now knight d5 check, king f7, where else is it going to go? Well, we have a discovered attack now, so knight c7, check, king g6, and now knight e6 hitting the queen. After queen e8, knight f4 check, and I'll run through the moves quickly because there's many of them. King g5, white continues h4, check again, king h6, queen g3, there's a mate threat now on g5. So queen g6 prevents that mate threat. But now queen g5 anyway, forcing the swap of queens. Queen takes on g5, h takes on g5, king takes on g5. And it's a forced win here, forced line. Rook h5 check. If the king heads back to f6 now, then rook f5 is going to be mate. So black will have to take the knight on offer on f4, so king takes f4, allows d3, and now the bishop on c1 enters into the attack. King g4, rook g5 check, all forcing moves. King h4, g3, king h3, rook h5. I believe in the game in question, Pinter against Arkhipov, black already resigned, but there was a forced mate after king g4, rook h4 check, king f3, and rook f4, that's checkmate. So that's a beautiful game, and I like the idea of white's king running away straight out of the opening, because there's something perversely attractive in playing a variation that sends out a message to your opponent that you haven't got a clue what you're doing. Well, in this case, white definitely knew what he was doing, and black here is checkmated. So this has been the Sveshnikov theme trap in the three knights variation of the English. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.